Okay.
All right.
And I'll press record. Okay, and we're ready. Okay, guys. So you know how we've been talking about vowels and we've been going over our short and our long vowel sounds?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to focus on our short A sound today, okay?
Yay.
Now, I want us to look real quick at how we form our mouth when we're making our short A sound, like apple. Notice how our mouth is wide. Can you show me an apple?
Apple.
So today we're going to work with Miss Edison on some vocabulary words that have short A sounds in them in a book called Dan and the Cat, okay? So we're going to look at Miss Edison's screen and we're going to practice some short A words, okay? Some short A CVC words. So I'm going to give you a baggie. I don't want us to open them right now, but these are going to be some picture cards that go with our story, okay? So let's go ahead and look at Miss Edison's screen.
All right. All right, so we're going to practice some of the words that we're going to see whenever we're going to see them in the book. We're going to just practice them ahead of time. So here, without looking down here, just looking at this picture, what do you think this is?
Kid.
Kid. That looks like a kid.
Kid. Yes, a kid, a boy, a kid. But we're not going to refer to him as a boy or a kid because we're working on short A. So we're going to refer to him by his name. And his name in the story is Dan. Can everybody say Dan?
Dan.
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 Yes, really want to emphasize that short A.
Yes.
So just like you guys have your own name, Dan has a name in our story. So you guys go around and tell me your names.
What's your name?
Tim. Elion. Michaela.
So who's our person in our story? What is his name?
Dan.
Dan.
Can you guys find Dan, the picture of Dan in your baggie?
Yes.
Can you help me? It's Dan.
I can.
So this is
Ooh,
gonna
I
be
love it.
Good job, Kim. I love what you're
Good
showing.
job.
I got him too.
Good job, Elion. Good job, Michaela. Everybody has Dan. Very good.
This is gonna be our who in our story. Dan.
Dan. He's walking.
Okay, let's put Dan aside.
And our second picture card that we're going to look at is kind of our other character in our story. It's going to be, what is this a picture of?
Cat.
Cat. Can everybody say
Cat.
Cat. I got him.
Everybody found their cat. Very good.
Castle.
Yeah. I like the cat.
I know you love the cats. Miss Hoover loves the cats too.
Nope.
We've got our cat. Yes.
All right.
We've got our
So we're going to
boy.
look at our next two pictures. Ms. Hoover is going to go over those with you.
Okay. So now I want us to find, what do you guys think this is? Look at Miss Edison's
A
screen.
mouse.
Oh, a mouse. What do you think that is, Michaela? A
Hamster.
mouse.
A
But listen,
hamster.
but listen, we're trying to find those short A sounds. Remember, we have d and k, at. So this is going to say rat. Can you guys say rat?
Rat.
Do you guys hear that sound? Yep, let's find our rat. So is this a mouse?
Yeah.
No. What's it going to be?
Rat.
A rat. Say
A rata.
at. Yes, very nice. Rata in Spanish. Okay, now let's look at this one. Look at this little boy. What is he doing? I see you guys already found him. What does it look like he's doing?
Running.
Oh, running.
It's the same boy.
It's the same boy. It's Dan, but guess what he's doing?
He's running.
He is running, but we're going to focus on that short A sound, remember? So it's going to say ran. ¿Cómo se dice ran en español?
Correct. Hey, not the same.
Michaela, ¿cómo se dice ran en español?
Correct.
Ran.
Correct. Correct.
Corre. Very nice. Good
Okay,
job.
so
So is it going to be running or ran? And good. So put your ran out. So we have Dan, cat, rat, and ran.
I did it. I have them already.
You guys have them all out? Oh, yep, they're showing you too.
Good job. All right, so our next two pictures, it's a picture of another what?
No sound yet. What is that?
What is this a picture of?
Cat.
It is a cat. But we're not going to focus on cat because we already talked about cat. So to this one, we're going to be do you know what the cat is doing?
Yes. He's standing.
He's standing. Okay.
Yes, and it does look different when animals do different things, but he is actually sitting, but we're going to focus on that short A of sat. Can everybody say sat?
At and sat. Can you guys say sat?
Sat.
Sat. Do you hear that and sat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our at, but now our cat is sat. Okay. So when we see this cat in our story, it's going to be sat.
Wait, that's his name.
Okay, let's line them up. Put them in order. Okay, let's not grab out any more from our baggie just yet. So
our next one, what does this look like it's a picture of?
Who thinks they
A
know
bag.
this? Okay, can you see?
A phone.
A foam?
Is it a bag?
Foam. A bag? These are good guesses.
No.
Good guesses.
Phone.
A fomba?
A phone. Oh, I know what it is.
Yes, in Espanol, yes. It's going to be a mat.
Mat. Sometimes people see they have maybe it might look similar to like a rug, but a lot of times a mat is going to be outside. So you might have a mat outside your house in front of your door.
That's what it
But you're going to have a mat. Can you guys practice saying the word mat?
is. Mat.
At. You hear that short A? At. And you know what I see these girls doing?
Yeah.
The cat sat on the mat.
Whoa, you guys are smart.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's put those ones away. All right, we're going to have two more.
All right.
Okay. Notice, what do you see right here?
The cat.
A cat. So our last cat, I want us to take our last cat out of our bag. But what do you notice is different? What do you notice is different about our cat?
It's the cat is giving me. Because
What else do you notice, Michaela?
because it's a brown.
It's brown,
And the one is gray.
and this one is gray. Can I tell you what this color is?
Yeah.
It's tan. Can you guys say tan?
Tan.
What is tan? Good job. You can put it down. What do you think tan is?
Oh, it's this one.
It's a color. Can we find our color tan in our crayon box? Let's find
Yeah.
tan. A color tan. Like the skin, like our skin color. A little different than Miss Hoover's skin color, but remember this is our tan. So this cat is tan, but guess what? Tan can also mean like when you lay out on the beach. Tan.
Yeah.
But in our story today, we're going to talk about tan like the color. Kind of like a peach. Sometimes we call it peach in class. Peach.
Look at peach in the lunch.
Kind of like the peaches song. Yeah. It's just going to be your tan.
I want to eat this peach. And I want to eat peach.
Yeah. That's gonna make me hungry.
I wanna
Okay, let's put our
eat
tan
this.
back. Can you guys put your tan back?
Tan back.
All right, so we've got all of our vocabulary cards, but there's one more. Can you guys look at this one? I'm going to hold it up a little bit closer to you guys. Do you see the rat? But he's running, right? Because we said the rat ran. Do you see these little lines right here?
He's running.
And guess what? That means he's running. But you know what our story is going to say? Can I have laser eyes on me? Michaela, laser eyes. These little lines mean rap, rap, rap. Can you guys say rap?
Rat.
Do you hear that short A or app in there? Yeah, he's running. So when we see those lines and that rat is running, it's going to say rap, rap, rap. It's going to be like a sound. A sound. Yes, very nice. Okay, can we do me a favor? Let's hold up Dan. Dan. I'm Dan. That's our who, Dan. Let's put Dan back in our baggie.
Dan.
Okay, let's find our cat. Good job. We'll put our cat. Let's find our at. Rat back in our baggie. Let's find our and. Notice that A is going to be the nasal A. And. Let's do our at. Our sat. And our mat. And then you can put your tan in there as well. So all of our pieces, very nice. Okay, can you go ahead and hand me your baggies? We'll use these in a little bit. Good job, guys.
I like it.
Okay. Oh, Michaela, come back, honey. You're going to still need your bucket. We're going to now look at our book, okay? So now that we know some of our short A words that are in our story, I'm going to pass out our book. Now, it is called Dan and the Cat. Can you guys point and tell me, where is Dan? Point to where Dan is. Oh, very nice. Dan is our who? He's our character. So with our pencil, let's label Dan. So I'm going to write his name, Dan. So I know that this is Dan.
That's a little name.
Yep, his little name, D-A-N. There's where we're going to hear that D-A-N, right? Kind of that nasally A, D-A-N. Now, where's our cat?
Here.
Very nice. Let's label our cat.
Name.
Cat. At. Do you guys hear that at in cat?
Yeah.
At. And notice it's also in our stories. Dan and the cat. Very nice.
Yeah, like it.
You guys were able to find those characters quickly.
A.
Good job, Michaela.
P.
So we've labeled our Dan and our cat. Okay, let's open up to our first page, page 3.
Where's the picture? Page 3?
Page 3. Yep. So let's
That is how.
I'll help you.
There's a run page.
There we go, girly. You're on the right page.
Okay. I'm on the right page.
Okay. Now let's listen to Miss Edison. She's going to talk about 3.
Yes, so on this page, it says, Dan has a tan cat. So can you guys point to Dan? Ms. Hoover is going to check to make sure that you point to the right person. And can you guys point to the cat? Okay, so one thing that we're going to get to do this time, because he doesn't just have a cat, he has a tan cat. Do you guys remember that tan color that we talked about a few minutes ago with your crayons? You remember that?
No.
So grab your tan crayon again and let's color his cat tan.
Okay, so let's
Can you
find
do that?
And gotta find our tan. Remember, tan is a color. And it said Dan has a tan cat. So are we gonna color Dan tan?
Yeah.
No, we want to color his cat tan, right?
So peach.
So we know Dan has a tan cat. Can you guys hear those short A words?
Yes. That's a thing. It's a peach. And look, even the crown
It is kind of like a peach, but in our story, we're going to call it tan. Can you say tan, Michaela? Tan. Good job.
When you guys get done coloring your tan cat, will you hold it up so that I can see it?
Oh, no.
Good job.
Very nice.
All right, and we're also going to do the same thing. Very good, Elian. We're also going to do the same thing that we did on the first page. We're going to label Dan, and we're going to label cat. So point to Dan again, and let's get our pencils, and let's label Dan.
Okay,
And when I labeled my cat this time, I labeled it as a tan cat, since they're both are short A sounds.
Oh, I love that. Notice our Dan starts with a capital D because that's his name, right? We always start with a capital when it's our name, Dan. And then we'll label our tan cat. So, and cat.
What?
See, Michaela? There's your Dan. Good job. Now we're going to just say tan cat. Okay, you've got your Dan. Can you do tan cat? Very nice, Kim.
And
That way we're giving a good label.
T-O.
Oh, not an O, remember? It's going to be an A. And it's just a nasally one.
A.
Very nice. Kim, do you want to show?
Very good. And when you guys are finished labeling, you can give me a thumbs up to show me that you're done. Good job, Kim. Good job, Elian.
Beautiful. You want to... Good job. You can do thumbs up, honey. Good job.
All right. Are y'all ready to go to the next page?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Who remembers
Squirrel.
what do we
Mouse.
call this?
Mouse.
It does look like a mouse, but are we going to call it a mouse?
No.
No. Who remembers what was that word we talked about that's going to have that ah in it? Elion?
Mouse.
I like mouse, but it's not going to be a mouse.
Rat.
You want to phone a friend? Okay.
I'm going to put Candy Tree. Michaela's my friend and Kim too. It's kind of true.
I know it's hard.
It's tricky. I'm going to pick. Oh my God, it's so good.
You want me to choose for you? Okay.
I'm going to pick
Michaela, what was this?
to the mouse.
Not the mouse.
Rat.
A rat. Good.
was
Can you
saying
say?
that.
I know. I heard you too, Kim. Elian, can you say rat?
Rat.
Do you guys hear that in rat? That middle sound. I know those are tricky. We're focused on those middle vowel sounds. So it says the cat has a rat. So we know which one is the cat. Let's go ahead and label our cat. And I see Kim is already coloring our cat tan because we know our cat is tan, right? So we can color our tan cat.
The rat.
And then once we've colored our tan cat, let's label our cat.
And don't forget his tail.
And don't bruise him. You're right.
Oh, and the cat's in there.
Good job. Okay, let's label our cat. And then we'll label our rat. So we'll start with cat because we know our cat. Ah. You hear that? Ah.
I don't need to spell it because I can. I can spell his name.
Starting to get a little easier because we've written it a couple times, huh?
I can spell his name. This is not X.
Now you can label the rat. Here's a rat. You hear that R at the beginning? Rat. So we have our cat and our rat. Is that a mouse?
No.
No,
A rat.
it's a rat. We know now.
Good job.
But my fish died a long time ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's happened.
I'm just. I wish I could get Candy right now. Wait. No, don't have.
They both. Michaela, kiss your brain. She noticed they both have an AT, right? At or at. Good job. You're picking up on those clues. Okay, we can go to the next page.
I'm not done. A.
Oh, so sorry, Elian. We're gonna wait for Elian. He's almost done.
Wait, this got the same thing.
It does.
Rat's cat.
Because that's what we're focusing on, that short A. And kind of, there's some that have that nasal A, so we're kind of tricking you with that.
And the cat's in now into the mouse.
And this is tricky because it's our middle sound, right? We're focused on that middle
Yeah, I'm not
sound.
listening.
Okay, let's look at our next page, page 5.
Oh, I like the square on the page.
Oh, because Miss Edison's going to show you guys too, where she
I
labeled.
labeled them already, so I'm hiding it until you guys can help me. So, what do you see on this page?
What do you guys see? What's this?
That.
The rat.
The rat. Very good. The rat. So this page says the rat ran at Dan. Lots of short A's on there. And then ran and Dan, we talked about, was our nasal A, but still has that short A sound, just at the end. So we can definitely label our rat. Can you guys label your rat?
Okay, so let's label our rat.
Rat. And do you see on your book where you have these lines?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the rat is doing? If our book says the rat ran at Dan, what is the rat doing?
Oh.
Kim, what is the rat doing?
Running.
Very good, but we're going to use the short A version of the past tense and say ran because he ran at Dan. So right beside the lines, I labeled ran.
Okay, so right by our lines, let's say ran. So we know when we see these lines, it's going to mean ran. Yep, and you can also look at her screen as well. So we can look in our story. You can look on our screen. Ran. Okay, Kim, we got to catch you up, girlie. Let's label our rat and ran.
And even it has the A.
Okay, so we're going to do it right here, Michaela, okay? Right here next to these lines. Because these lines are showing that the rat ran. It ran at Dan, right? I wonder how Dan is going to feel that the rat is running towards him.
I think.
How would you feel if a rat came running at you?
The cat.
What do you think?
Oh, but we're not going to do cat because there's no cat in our story yet.
I would like grab
On this page, we're just going to do our rat.
gun.
Oh. Would you be scared?
No. I would like shoot it.
I think that I would be scared if a rat ran at me. Let's see how Dan's going to feel.
Okay, let's turn to the next page and see how Dan is feeling.
I think he's going to feel like me. Oh, he's not feeling like me.
Okay, so on our next page, what do you see again? What is this?
Rat.
The rat. And we know that these lines are going to mean that he ran.
Yeah.
But these words down here are going to give us something else. It's going to be a sound that the mouse makes, or that the rat makes. It's going to be rap. Can you guys say rap?
Rap.
Rap, rap, rap. That's going to be like the mouse running. Like, listen to my fingers real quick. Can you imagine that being a rat running? The rat ran to make a rap sound. So under these lines, let's write rap.
Wait, there's a P.
Rap.
And there's like 3 raps.
There are 3 raps making that sound. Rap, rap, rap.
Rap, rap, rap.
Good job. Don't forget to label these lines rap.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to give my sword and the my shoes and the apple.
Okay. You guys have all sorts of stories that you would do if you found the rat.
And even I got a rare
Kim, honey,
Pokemon.
come here, let me see. I think you're okay. Let me see. Just check.
Hi.
You cannot make this stuff up. The computer just died.
Oh no.
Did it just log you off from us?